Have you ever wondered how a Manchester band, led by two feuding brothers, managed to dominate the music world in the 1990s and become one of the biggest icons of Britpop? Get ready to delve into the history of Oasis, the band that defined a generation with its striking lyrics, unforgettable riffs, and of course plenty of controversy. In this video, we'll explore Oasis's journey from its humble beginnings to global stardom, covering its members, the conflicts that shaped their career, and the legacy they left in music. Stay tuned, because the story of Oasis is as fascinating as their music. The story of Oasis begins in 1991 in Manchester, England. Originally called The Rain, the band consisted of Liam Gallagher on vocals, Paul "Bonehead" Arthurs on guitar, Paul "Gigsy" McGuigan on bass, and Tony McCarroll on drums. However, the missing piece of what would become Oasis arrived with the arrival of Noel Gallagher, Liam's older brother, who joined the band on the condition that he would be the primary songwriter and creative leader. With Noel's arrival, the band's dynamic changed dramatically. His songwriting, influenced by bands like the Beatles and the Stone Roses, began to shape Oasis's signature sound. The early years were marked by small club shows and hard work honing their sound and building a loyal fan base. Liam's raw energy and defiant onstage attitude, combined with Noel's catchy melodies, quickly garnered attention. 1994 marked Oasis's explosion onto the music scene with the release of their debut album, Definitely Maybe. Packed with anthems like Supersonic, Live Forever, and Rock and Roll Star, the album was an instant success, becoming the fastest-selling debut album in UK history at the time. The band quickly became a pillar of the Britpop movement, which celebrated British culture and rock and roll. In 1995, Oasis released What's the Story? Morning Glory, an album that surpassed all expectations and catapulted them to global stardom. With hits like Wonderwall, Don't Look Back in Anger, and Champagne Supernova, the album sold millions of copies worldwide and solidified Oasis' status as one of the biggest bands on the planet. Their rivalry with Blur, another prominent Britpop band, also contributed to the band's popularity, generating headlines and heated discussions among fans. However, the history of Oasis would not be complete without mentioning the turbulent relationship between brothers Liam and Noel Gallagher. Known for their public feuds, provocations, and disagreements, the dynamic between the two was both the band's driving force and Achilles' heel. Their contrasting personalities, Liam's explosive charisma and Noel's calculating musical mind, created a creative tension that resulted in brilliant music, but also in constant friction. These conflicts were frequently reported in the press, becoming part of the Oasis mystique. From on-stage arguments to backstage fights, the brothers' rivalry was legendary. While many fans expected this tension to fuel the band's creativity, it eventually became untenable, leading to moments of uncertainty and, ultimately, to Oasis's demise. Besides the aforementioned Definitely Maybe and What's the Story? Morning Glory, Oasis released other albums that solidified their position in British rock. Be Here Now, 1997, although met with mixed reviews at the time, broke sales records and demonstrated the band's greatness. Later albums like Standing on the Shoulder of Giants 2000, Heathen Chemistry 2002, Don't Believe the Truth 2005, and Dig Out Your Soul 2008 continued to produce hits and maintain a loyal fan base. Oasis songs became anthems for a generation, with lyrics that spoke of hope, rebellion, and everyday life. Songs like Live Forever, Wonderwall, Don't Look Back in Anger, Champagne Supernova, and Supersonic are just a few examples of the vast repertoire that marked the band's career and continues to be celebrated by fans worldwide. Noel Gallagher's ability to craft catchy melodies and lyrics that resonated with the public was one of Oasis's greatest strengths. Unfortunately, the rivalry between the Gallagher brothers reached its breaking point in 2009. After a series of disagreements and behind-the-scenes arguments, Noel Gallagher announced his departure from Oasis, declaring that he could no longer work with Liam. This marked the end of an era for British music, and Oasis, after nearly 2 decades of success, came to an end. After the split, Liam and Noel pursued separate musical paths. Liam formed the band BDI, which released 2 albums before disbanding in 2014. He subsequently embarked on a successful solo career, releasing critically acclaimed albums such as You Were and Why Me? Why Not? Noel, in turn, formed Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds, with which he released several successful albums, showcasing his versatility as a songwriter and musician. Both continue to have solid careers, but the hope of an Oasis reunion remains a dream for many fans. Despite the breakup, Oasis' legacy is undeniable. The band not only sold millions of records and sold out stadiums worldwide, but also influenced countless bands and artists that followed. Their rock and roll attitude, catchy melodies, and honest lyrics resonated with a generation and continue to inspire new musicians. Oasis became a symbol of Britpop and 1990s British culture, and their songs are frequently played at sporting events, films, and television shows. The band proved that, even with internal conflicts, passion for music and the ability to create timeless anthems can transcend adversity and leave an indelible mark on music history. Oasis may have come to an end, but their music and story continue to resonate with millions of fans around the world. Liam and Noel Gallagher, for all their differences, created something truly special, a sound that captured the spirit of an era and continues to inspire new generations of musicians and listeners. If you enjoyed learning more about Oasis history, don't forget to like, share this video, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. What's your favorite Oasis song? Let us know in the comments. See you next time.